From exploration comes knowledge, and from knowledge, freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, members of the class of 2007, welcome on such a beautiful morning, yes, the rain stayed away, to this grand old Dickinson tradition. Each year we gather here before the stone steps of Old West to celebrate Dickinson's most important responsibility and its greatest accomplishment. You are graduates. Today is a rite of passage for more than 550 members of the class of 2007. At the end of this ceremony, you, the class of 2007, will cease to be Dickinson students. Within a mere moment, with a simple statement and a switch of the tassel on your cap, and that is right to left, you will become alumni of Dickinson College. You will set forth into the wider world by descending the old stone steps, a path that symbolically reverses the one you took when you entered the college 4 years ago. Before proceeding, I would like to continue another important Dickinson tradition. All graduates owe significant gratitude to your families and friends, those who have made it possible through love, guidance, and most definitely financial and emotional support for you to be here today. Please, class of 2007, rise and join me in giving them a round of well-deserved applause. Thank you. Now, on perhaps just one or two occasions during the past 4 years, you may have heard me mention our founder, Dr. Benjamin Rush. His statue, which is appropriately attired for today's ceremony, I even understand that he's wearing glasses somewhat similar to mine, symbolically represents his presence here today. A dedicated revolutionary and signer of the Declaration of Independence, Rush established our college in the closing days of the American Revolution to prepare engaged citizens and inspired leaders who would ensure the success of the new democracy in the wider world. We, the faculty and staff of Dickinson College, have worked closely with you these past 4 years to act upon this noble ambition. It is now up to you to embrace and fulfill it. You are our destiny as well as your own. Over the past 4 years, you have received a liberal arts education that is distinctive for a content and method of inquiry that the founders of this country, such as Dr. Rush and his good friend Thomas Jefferson, a very early donor to Dickinson College, intended out of the 18th century for a new, vibrant, enterprising, scientifically, humanistically, technologically informed democracy, the United States of America. You have been given full opportunity to follow your intellectual passion and have identified and pursued particular courses of study. You have become involved in those campus groups and activities that sparked your interest and defined yourself as socially engaged. And you have formed a network of friends who will surround you, support you for a lifetime, and be there for sharing new knowledge and personal counsel. Your experience at Dickinson has been uniquely your own, but through the course of your individual journeys, you have also engaged in a set of shared experiences. As an active participant in our community of inquiry, you have absorbed and developed those qualities and habits of mind, those dispositions that will forever distinguish you as a Dickinsonian. Imparted to us by Dr. Rush, these 5 dispositions, which were listed in the baccalaureate program yesterday, are the defining characteristics of a Dickinson education, as they should be, in fact, for a distinctively American liberal arts education in general. They will become your guideposts for a lifetime of personal and professional fulfillment. Through your experiences at Dickinson College, you are now prepared to become the enlightened leaders and contributors of your generation. As graduates of one of the most globally connected campuses in the nation, you are prepared to confront the daunting complexities of this rapidly changing world. And as the heirs to a proud revolutionary tradition, you are prepared to find strength in your own convictions and act upon them responsibly so that you may leave the world a better place than you found it. In a few short moments, you will follow graduates of generations of Dickinsonians, spanning 4 centuries, who have preceded you down these stone steps. They include a President of the United States, who actually lived as a student in the building behind us, a Chief Justice of the United States, U.S. Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, who also lived in that building, Associate Justices, federal and Commonwealth judges, scholars, teachers, business leaders, entrepreneurs, research scientists, writers, artists, lawyers, journalists, humanitarians, philanthropists, military leaders, religious leaders, diplomats, elected officials, and even, yes, even a few college presidents. You will also be guided by the lives of the distinguished individuals who have been selected to receive honorary doctorate degrees from Dickinson today. Each honorary degree recipient has a special connection to Dickinson College, and each has exhibited the qualities of a true Dickinsonian through his or her professional commitment and accomplishment. Today, an honorary degree recipient will actively take part in the ceremony by greeting you after you receive your degree and when you leave the platform. As alumni of Dickinson College, it is now up to you to translate the attributes and defining dispositions of a Dickinson education to your generation, your communities, our nation, and the world. Your ambitions are guided by noble purpose. They are high and uncompromising. Your civility, modesty, and sense of community are acute. Your global sensibility and appreciation of the connectedness of all disciplines are poised for engagement. And you possess multiple languages for more complete and complex communication. You have absorbed completely the charge of a liberal arts education that is distinctive to Dickinson, to be useful in forming and advancing a just, compassionate, economically viable democracy. These precious qualities will carry you far. As you make your mark beyond these limestone walls, please remember the very simple words Benjamin Rush once used to describe himself as a signer of the Declaration of Independence. While writing eloquent, long paragraphs about his fellow founding fathers, of himself, he simply wrote, "He aimed well." Your life will inevitably take some twists and turns, and you will undoubtedly make some mistakes along the way. Accept these for the learning value they provide, and as true Dickinsonians, never lose the same self-effacing but powerfully effective perspective that guided Dr. Rush. I ask you that you too simply aim well, and you will have done well. Class of 2007, go forth and obviously engage the world. It lies directly before you. In fact, you already carried it within you. It is of your making. But please remember that the self is an entirely inadequate support system. It is not all about me. Reach out beyond yourself. Appreciate and listen carefully to the perspectives of others. Engage in authentic conversation and not mere talk and ideology. Truly listen to the other person before superimposing upon them your preconceived notions. By doing so, you will gain an authenticity of self and a human purpose that is capable of growing with and adjusting to the inevitable changing circumstances of the world before you. I congratulate you on the remarkable achievement you celebrate today. At the close of this ceremony, you will join a group of talented and ambitious alumni whose achievements and connections encompass the globe. As a fellow graduate of the college, I welcome you personally to this extraordinary group of individuals. Like you, we have all earned the privilege to call ourselves Dickinsonians.